Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for Access City Council. I'm your host, City of Las Vegas Communications Director David Riggleman. Coming up on this show, we're checking in with Ward 2. We take a look at what you missed and what's to come. Joining us to discuss this and much more is, of course, our Ward 2 Councilwoman. You know who it is, Victoria Seaman. Welcome back.
Good to be here.
How are you?
I am exhausted from everything that we're doing.
Got a lot going on, a ton going on. We're into April now, all of a sudden.
I just can't believe this. It was Christmas.
I know. Yes. 2025 is just flying.
It's flying.
And we're heading right into, we're into the spring now.
Yes, absolutely.
So, yeah, and you have a lot going on in your ward.
Yes.
But we're going to set everybody up. You know where Ward 2 is, of course. I do, too. I live there as well. But if you're not exactly sure where it's located, well, it's going to be on the west side of the city of Las Vegas. Of course, appropriately enough with the big 2 on it there. We always say this, that area west of the 215 really growing out there.
Oh, it is.
Really exploding. But if you live in that area or work in that area, then you're in the city limits of the city of Las Vegas, and you are represented on the city council by Victoria Seaman.
Yes, I love our ward. It's a great place.
I do too. It's home.
A lot of fun.
And always much going on. And we're going to jump right in here. First off, I guess congratulations are in order. You were recently honored as an outstanding woman of the year, or one of the outstanding women of the year. And of course, Women's History Month was just last month. We were celebrating that. Well, congratulations. Tell us about this award.
Well, I appreciate you. And I want to thank Dr. Michael Santawana for nominating me. And it was great to be around so many really great women who do so much for the community.
Wow, look at you. You got your medal on there and everything. So. Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And so, Councilwoman, did they just recognize just the 3 of you there?
Oh, no. There were probably 8 of us that got recognized.
Well, still, that's a big
Just
deal.
a lot of different people in the community. We had doctors. We had, people who worked in nonprofit. But they just chose women who they felt were doing a lot in the community.
Nice.
And it was nice to get to know them all.
Yeah. Now, did you know ahead of time that you were going to receive the honor, or did they surprise you that evening?
No, we knew ahead of time.
So that's always better, I think.
Yeah, I think so,
that
too.
You're not, eating a roll or something when they call your name. So, and then, Councilwoman, I want to, since we were celebrating Women's History Month, give us your perspective. What does that mean? Women have really... especially in leadership positions, have really
come a long way.
Exactly.
Well, and especially, I don't want to age myself too much, but especially me, I started doing business at a very young age, and the struggles that we had to go through, we weren't respected the way we are today. I mean, it was a while ago, it was decades ago, and it was a little difficult to navigate through those challenges. But I have to tell you, it made me stronger. It made me who I am today. So I'm grateful for those challenges. And I think it helped me navigate into politics. Because we, again, just a decade ago, we dealt with a lot of the good old boys. And it wasn't easy. And so I'm grateful, but we as women are mothers, daughters, and so we see things with a different optic.
Right.
We're good negotiators, we are multitask, and so I think if we seek out to do good things, I think we can be great leaders, and I think we are great leaders.
Interesting. That's a very good perspective, I think. I wanted to ask you, too, it's just phenomenal when you think about this Las Vegas City Council, of which, of course, you're a member. 6 of the 7 of you are women.
That's right.
Now, when I first started at the city 25 years ago,
it was all men.
There was one woman on the city council. One,
yeah.
And
now it's the opposite.
And now it's the opposite completely.
I think it's our time to shine. I always believe everything should be merit-based. It shouldn't be on gender. But I think women now are really finding their place in leadership and shining, and I'm grateful for it.
Well, congratulations again on your honor. That's a big deal. And then kind of in the same vein, the next event celebrates the global impact of women. It's the International Women's Month Fashion Show. Now, this took place during International Women's History Month, which, of course, was in March, as we just said. And Councilwoman, you were there, but this is more than just a fashion show, isn't it? That it represents quite a bit more than just
it does.
People walking the catwalk.
It represented women doing business. They gave out awards. One award went to a man. So I thought it was very interesting that they were, again, recognizing women of leadership. And one of our own city team ended up getting an award.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, there are the fashions. I think obviously these are some participants in the show. And again, there's a business component to this as well as
recognizing women's business women, yes.
Very good. And annual event, Councilwoman, I'm not familiar with it.
I think this is a new event.
New event,
I think it's new to Vegas.
Okay.
This is the first one that I've seen.
That's probably why I haven't heard about it.
Yeah, so I hope they continue to. I mean, the organization has been around for a long time. The organization is actually business women who do great things, not just in the community, but throughout the whole world.
Gotcha.
So they raise money for different, all kinds of different things to contribute to. And the women actually go into different states, into different countries.
Wow.
So it is a huge organization. This was, I believe, their first fashion show here.
Wow, very cool. And then kind of keeping it in that same vein, it's been a busy month for galas. Another event you recently attended highlighted the importance of breast cancer awareness. Now, this event is the famous Starry Starry Night Gala. This one took place in Palm Desert.
Correct.
But the event has happened here in Las Vegas.
It sure has.
Too,
and one of the organizations here, Cure for Kids, was a part of that group. And so we were recognizing them and, of course, my dear friend Daphne, who actually put on the Starry Starry Night. And it all benefits cancer research. So I found it to be a very worthwhile event that I've got. This is my second year attending.
And that looked like Secretary
Robert Kennedy
Jr. there.
Yes. What a wonderful man.
Not a familiar face there.
Yeah, very, very friendly. Loves taking selfies with people.
And Councilwoman, the event raises money for breast cancer research, but also music therapy too, I understand. That's part of it.
So many different things. So many different things.
Well, that gala has been a mainstay. Apparently, obviously, it moves around in the region.
Correct.
We've had it here in Las Vegas a number of times. And Las Vegas, obviously, with the different events that we have here in Las Vegas.
And the other
clearly
nonprofits.
Exactly. Clearly support breast cancer awareness and research.
So, correct.
We feel like we're making progress as far as getting it cured. I mean, some breast cancer, they've really made great strides. But
it's not a death sentence anymore.
Right, exactly.
And that's the beauty of it. All this research, all the prevention, all the awareness, and now, you know, it's not something when you hear you have cancer, there is a way to overcome it now. And the more research we do, the more prevention we do, then, you know, the less prevalent it will be in the future.
Yeah, for sure. It's all cancer. It needs to
go away.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more. It was hosted, I love this, you had a hip-hop legend, Eric B. was there.
Eric B. was there.
Eric B.
Yes, it was pretty star-studded.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. And the event, like I say, rotates around. Do you know when it's coming back to Las Vegas? Did they
No,
say?
but I hope soon.
Yeah. It's a great event, and obviously great turnout no matter where it's held. So, and then Councilwoman, another noteworthy cause that you support, and one that you've talked about many times, and we have on this program, is you hosted an anti-human trafficking event, another one. And a lot of community partners stepped up to help. This took place at Southern Hills Baptist, is that right?
Yes, that's Pastor Josh Tice. He's my pastor. Yeah. And we are bringing it all over the valley. This was our 9th one.
I was going to say, you've had several of these. Yeah.
Several. It's important that it's such an important issue. We're second in the nation in cities with human trafficking. America is the biggest consumer of human trafficking, and it's children.
Yeah.
And so our message is children are not for sale, and we're going to make sure that every time we get an opening at any church or any venue, and we're invited and we seek out to be invited, we're going to bring that message there. And like I said, in just the couple of years that we've been doing it, it's our 9th anti-human trafficking awareness.
You get great participation.
We do.
Great turnout at those, obviously, especially parents of both boys and girls, right, Councilwoman,
Right.
can be trafficked.
Oh, they've been trafficked as young as 9 years old,
Wow.
both boys and girls. So we just want to make sure that we're teaching parents the signs to look for when their children are being groomed. And, you know, online is a very dangerous place for children. So we have Metro detectives that come. We have the DA's office. We're grateful that everybody's involved with me.
Yeah, very good. Councilwoman, talk a little bit about the warning signs. Parents watching this are probably very interested in what we're talking about.
Yeah, changes in their children's behaviors, the biggest, the way they dress, having money on them, having a phone on them where they're constantly checking it. There are many signs. Not the younger ones, it might be different, but I'm talking about the ones that the teenagers they go after. You'll see a complete change in their personality, buying things that normally they wouldn't have or they couldn't afford. These are big signs of being groomed.
And again, Councilwoman, most of this occurs online.
Online.
Yeah, on social media sites. Yeah.
And it can even happen in your kids playing games online. We have a lot of kids that are
You mentioned that before.
playing games, and that's a very dangerous place to be. If you're not paying attention, you have to be involved. There's apps that you can put on your child's phone that will allow you to see who they're talking to, what they're doing. And so these are important for parents to get involved with.
You've mentioned that before, kids that love to do, the gaming consoles. There's a lot of camaraderie that goes in that, so people use that opportunity to kind of distract young people. Maybe
They do, and pretend to be someone else.
Exactly.
And then a lot of sextorting going on, which we have someone that'll come in and talk about that. Because these kids get online and then, somebody could use AI and then, kids are so vulnerable to suicide. I mean, it is a problem. So we just want to get parents more involved with their children's life.
Yep, sounds good, Councilwoman. I like that. And then you've also supported something I'd never even heard of here. You're a big supporter of women making an impact. We all know that. And you recently attended the USA Catchball Association tournament. Now, I don't know what catchball is, so you're going to have to fill us in.
So I got involved with it about a year ago. Virid, who's a friend of mine, is the president now of the USA Catchball, and she actually invited me to play. Well, she invited me to welcome all these tournaments a year ago, women coming in from other states and countries.
You presented a proclamation, that kind
Well,
of
the
thing.
first time I was just welcoming them, and it was so intriguing that they invited me to play. So I started playing catchball. I even got my daughter to play catchball. It is volleyball, but you catch the ball. You don't tap the ball. And it comes from Israel. And it is the fastest growing sport all over the world. And it's quite fun.
So you catch it, and then would you try to throw it over the net?
You do the same thing as volleyball, except you're catching the ball
versus
and you're
hitting it,
and you're throwing the ball. And it's the same concept. You serve like that. You do everything you do in volleyball. It is a very fun game, but I tell you, those girls can be very aggressive,
Yeah, I bet so.
and they're in it to win it. So if you're going to play, you got to be very serious.
You got that competitive, those competitive juices flowing there. So, and then where do you play catchball? Are there places here in town?
Yes.
Any gym that has? Okay.
Well, it's not any gym. There are gyms that you can research and find out where to go, and then they do tournaments. Now, when I presented the proclamation recently, that was the second tournament that I was involved with. And I tell you, they had women from all over the world, teams from all over the world.
Wow.
This one was huge. So it was really nice to be a part of that and to welcome them and watch them play catchball.
All right. Well, there you go, everybody. Now you know what catchball is. It's volleyball, except you can catch
the ball
and then throw it. So, all right. Sounds pretty good. And then, Councilwoman, this community event is the buzz of the town. Did you see what I did there? Of course, we're talking about the Breakfast Buzz in Ward 2 Biz, and you recently had one here. Good turnout. You had to move these. We were talking about this. You had to move these to Veterans Memorial because when you were at different restaurants, there were too many people, which is a good problem to have. Yeah.
Too many people. And we always have Metro, our marshals, answering questions. It's a great place to meet in Ward 2 and meet with your elected officials. Yep. And this past one, we had a surprise visitor, my dear friend April Becker, who just became a county commissioner. And we overlap in our ward. I overlap mostly with Commission C, which is April Becker's, a little bit with Justin Jones in F. And she came and answered all their questions. And we had a great meeting. It was a lot of fun. I hope she'll come back and join us again.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah. I should have mentioned, that she took part. And we want to mention that it happens every month. We'll talk about the next one here just in a few minutes. But it happens every month. It's at Veterans Memorial now, always, because there's plenty of space.
Because it got too big, which is a great problem.
But we always need people to RSVP, right?
Always, because we want to have enough breakfast. We, lately we've been having scrambled eggs and bagels, and it's just been so fun. So I encourage everyone to RSVP and to come, and you can find all that information of our events. Just email my office.
Yes. And we'll have all that contact information before the end of the show, tell you how to reach out to Councilwoman if you're interested in taking part in the next Ward 2 Breakfast Buzz.
That's right.
All right. And well, Councilwoman, just sit tight because we're going to talk about those upcoming events. We have to take a quick break. But coming up, as I said, you don't want to miss what's coming up. It's right after this.
This is what too much sounds like. This is what stress feels like. And this is what help feels like. If you've lost a job, worry about your next meal, or have trouble making it through the day, we can help. Text STRESS to 211-211 to find a solution.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
Welcome back, everyone. We are talking to Ward 2 City Councilwoman Victoria Seaman, and you have some really good events coming up. I know the first one is one that is near and dear to your heart, Art in the Park.
I love Art in the Park.
I know you do.
It's my favorite. We need more art in the park.
Yes,
yes. I come from a city that had a lot of art in the parks over a couple decades ago, and it just never got out of my system. But doing this Art in the Park every year is great because people get a chance to get out in the spring, and they're with their dogs, and they see beautiful artwork of local artists. And we even have kids that come in that with their instructors, and they're selling their little art pieces. It's so fun. And people have, anything that you hand make. They can be candles, they can be scarves, whatever it is. It's just a myriad of different...
It's a treasure trove of things, yes.
And so everybody needs to come out for that.
Yeah, it's going to be Saturday, April 5th from 10 to 4, and it's at Bruce Trent Park. That is at the corner of Rampart and Vegas Drive.
Right, and we're there all day, 10 to 4. And guess what else we have? We have jazz music. We have food trucks. I mean, this is a perfect place to spend your Saturday.
And a little bit of something for everybody, all ages too, which is really nice.
And I have my staff there, so you can come with all your
questions,
whatever your constituent issues are.
Oh, very good.
I'm there as well.
All right. Now, we know some of you are going to see this after the fact. The event's going to happen on April 5th, Saturday, April 5th. But hopefully you're seeing this before the event, and hopefully you can get out there. Plenty of parking. That's one thing I really like about Bruce Trent Park.
Yes.
Plenty of parking there, both in the parking lot and along Vegas Drive.
And it's a beautiful park. We've done a lot of work there.
There's tennis there. Yeah, we have the new improved playground equipment.
The playground is wonderful. If you come out, you want to look at art and have your kids in the playground, it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's a special place. So, again, that's going to be Saturday, April 5th, 10 to 4, Bruce Trent Park there in the great Ward 2. And then we were talking about the last Breakfast Buzz in Ward 2 Biz. Well, the next one is coming up. Councilwoman, here we go. It's going to be on April 12th.
April 12th.
From 9 to 10, again, at Veterans Memorial.
Correct.
And we really need you to RSVP, folks, because Councilwoman wants to make sure that they don't run out of food.
We want plenty of food for everybody. And coffee and whatever else.
What do you hear most of the time at those? Is it about speeders, burglaries?
I keep Metro very busy because most of the questions are for them, and it could be speeding, it could be, lately it's these kids on these, they're not electric bikes, they happen to be motor. And there's a problem with these kids because they are supposed to be licensed and they're driving all over the Summerlin area. So Metro addresses all these questions. It could be about security, burglaries. Crime is down lately, so we're grateful for that.
That's really good.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, very good. So again, the next Breakfast Buzz, Ward 2 Biz, Saturday, April 12th, 9 to 10 at Veterans Memorial. And then you have another tradition that goes back to when you first got elected, and it is your Small Business Saturday segment that you do on social media.
So I come from a business background. So it was important for me when I became a city councilwoman, and it was important to spotlight small businesses because I know what they go through. I know that the struggles that they have, and I want to make sure that people know about them. As you and I know, I have done hundreds of these because it's every week. And we know that a lot of these businesses you never hear about because they don't have the marketing budget.
Or they're small.
They're small.
Yeah.
But now I have a great tailor. I have a new dry cleaning. I mean, there are so many interesting businesses. I mean, recently we did a kind of haunted fun house downtown.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so many different businesses that people don't know about. But if you watch my social media, you're going to know about all these wonderful small businesses.
I've told you, I've learned about so many different restaurants.
Another
because of your
thing
small
we do,
business Saturday segment. It's like, oh, where are we going today? And
Yes,
if it involves food, I was interested.
Yeah.
So, but again, that's a regular thing. Councilwoman has that on her social media sites. And the Small Business Saturday, if you own a small business, if you know somebody owns a small business, they'd like to be highlighted, the Councilwoman would be glad to accommodate you. Just reach out to her office. That's the number. And I'll repeat this later on, but it's 702-229-2420. And talk to her friendly staff, and they'll get you connected, maybe to be a participant in the future.
Yeah, and if they have a business that services and they don't have a location, they can come down to City Hall. We'll do it right in my office. If they have a business that has a location, we'll come out to them.
Yep.
So please call because we can't wait to learn about your business.
Yeah, you've done a little bit of everything.
Everything.
Yeah, so.
There is nothing that we haven't seen.
Well, very good. Well, Councilwoman, I want to tell everybody out there, as I mentioned, we always want to hear from you. So if there's something you'd like to share with Councilwoman Victoria Seaman, you can give her a call. The number again is 702-229-2420, or send her an email. Her address is ward2@lasvegasnevada.gov. And she or one of her great staff, Dave, Christina, or Sam, will get back to you right away. And also, Councilwoman, we want to mention you can subscribe to your newsletter by using that barcode.
That's
I'm going to
right.
talk more about that in just a second. So great to have you on the program.
Great to be here.
We'll have you back in 6 weeks with another update.
Can't wait.
It'll be warming up by then.
It'll be summer.
It'll be summer. We'll be getting really close at that point for sure.
Oh, for sure.
So looking forward to having you back. And in the meantime, everybody, please don't miss our next show beginning on April 10th with Councilwoman Chandra Summers Armstrong. City of Las Vegas TV is streaming now. You can catch all of our shows on YouTube at City of Las Vegas TV. You can also watch online at lasvegasnevada.gov/connect. And be sure to subscribe to that newsletter I mentioned by scanning that QR code. It's in the credits at the end of this show. Thanks again for watching, everyone. We will see you next time around.